Hey guys, this is Trenchy back again to bring you another video. This time we're doing another Filmy Thursdays, and today we are tackling horror movies that are based off true stories. Yes, based off true events. Um, Now I tried to pick ones like not like Jaws or Scream where they say it, or I tried to pick ones that like tried to adapt real things that happened, like actually adapted real things that happened instead of like Jaws, which is based off shark attacks, and Scream, which is loosely based off of a killing at a high school, or yeah. So I tried to pick five were that actually adapted things that actually happened. Of course, these are not going to be spot on, like exactly what happened. The films are because they gotta Hollywoodize it, but um, still, I think these films are very good, and I really like these films, and yeah, and it's cool that they're based off true stories. Number five is An American Haunting from 2005. It has Sissy Spacek, Carrie, and Donald Sutherland in it. And Donald Sutherland's always good. Um, it's based off the 1800s Bell Witch Hauntings, which, if you don't know, it's about the Bell Witch Hauntings is about the Bell family who are haunted by the spirit which began to be known as the Bell Witch, who they believed was their neighbor who had, I guess John Bell wronged her, so she put a curse on the family, and when she died, I guess she came as the spirit of the witch and got her revenge. And this actually led to the patriarch of the family, John Bell, his death. Um, this movie is really good. It's very cool. It has its issues, but I still think this is a very good, decent ghost film. And the history behind this is very crazy. You go to Tennessee, you can actually go to the Bell Witch Cave, which I believe still exists. And apparently, you can hear the Bell Witch cackling in the spirit of the Bell Witch and evil shit. Just feel some evil shit. I wouldn't go there. Fucked up shit. But, yeah, this was famous because this was one of the hauntings that actually led to a person's death. Like I said, John Bell. And there's a bunch of crazy shit. I don't think this one, I haven't seen the movie in a while, but I don't think this is in the movie, but the first sign of the haunting, John Bell saw like this dog with a rabbit's head, and he tried to kill it, but it got away because it was in his cornfield, and then all this crazy shit started happening. So yeah, this is a crazy one. Number four is Amityville Horror, 1979. How can I not bring up Amityville Horror? It's based off one of the most haunted houses in existence, the Amityville house, where at 3 a.m. a member of the DeFeo family woke up and shot his whole family, murdered his whole family. And then when he went to court, he said the voices told me to, I was told to. Then the Lutz family moves into the Amityville house, and they just take off in the middle of the night. They get the fuck out of there, leaving everything behind. They leave all their belongings behind, and they just get the fuck out. And yeah, and funny thing is, Ed and Lorraine Warren actually investigated this house. This house was investigated by those two, so that's kind of cool. And this again, this is a classic haunted house film, really good. The house tells them to get the fuck out, which I love. I don't think that happened in real life, but yeah. But I like the real life occurrences. I believe slime was coming out of the wall, or that might have been The Conjuring. I don't know. the Conjuring case. I don't know. I think that was the Amityville case with the slime coming out the wall. Maybe it happened in both. I don't know, but the creepy shit went down in his house. Creepy shit. Number 3 is The Girl Next Door, 2007. Okay, so this movie, this is really fucked. Really fucked movie, which they do hold back the details on, but this is based off a book by Jack Ketchum, which is based off the real murder and torture of Sylvia Likens by, can't even say the bitch's name. I wrote it down. Her name's like, her last name's like Banzowick or something. This is some crazy ass shit. This movie pretty much is about this lady who has this like child, kind of adopted child, and her and her kids like torture this girl. They like torture her, and she has her kids torture this girl, and they just hurt this poor young, I think she was like 12, maybe 16, but she's still a young girl, and they just tortured the fuck out of her, and it's horrible. And it really happened. And of course some of it was dramatized, but apparently they held shit back because it was so horrible. They had to hold back information. They couldn't put everything in the film because they didn't want to like disturb the fuck out of everyone. They didn't want like to traumatize people. And yeah, The Girl Next Door is worth a watch. Because I think it's good watch because it is just a disturbing ass story, but it's very disturbing, but it's very eye-opening as well that this stuff does happen and that this stuff should not be allowed to go on. It's very uncomfortable. It's not a fun watch movie, but it's very eye-opening, and I think it's a good story. So yeah, The Girl Next Door. Next is The Conjuring 2013, about the Perron fam and Ed and Lorraine Warren. So Ed and Lorraine Warren were real ghost investigators, and this actually happened. Funny thing is, The Conjuring only kind of like, the Warren family were only there for 5 years. They only investigated for 5 years, which is shortened down the film. They kind of zoom in that. They only take care of that time. The Perron family actually lived in the house for 10 years. But the director and the people wanting to make the movie, they went to the person and said, yeah, we're not making the whole thing, we're not doing the whole story, because nobody would sit and watch to the end. Apparently, the whole story was that frightening. Apparently, the true story of The Conjuring, of the haunting of the Perron family, was that frightening that they couldn't tell the whole story because they were afraid that people wouldn't be able to last to the end, that people would be too scared. Holy shit, now I want to see the full story, man. Because The Conjuring was actually one of the first movies that actually frightened me in a long time. And I love this movie. And if it was scarier, if the whole story would have been scary, I'm like, holy shit, I want an uncut full story version. I don't care how long it is, I'll watch it. But yeah, the Conjuring, like I said, crazy true story, and like I said, the Ed and Lorraine Warren were famous. They did many more cases than just this case. They did, The Conjuring 2 was a real case. I believe The Conjuring 3 is going to be a real case. They did Amityville Horror. They did tons of shit. Those guys got around and are very well respected, nice members of the paranormal community. And also The Conjuring took place in Rhode Island. You don't really see that much. There are ghosts in Rhode Island, guys. You don't really see Rhode Island like brought up that much. It's like, oh shit, Rhode Island's in this one. Cool. We need more respect for Rhode Island. And my number one is The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 1976. And The Conjuring was 2013. Hopefully I'm saying the names, like the dates, because I wrote them down. This is about real murders that happened in Texarkana, which is like on the border of Texas and Arkansas, and in other areas that happened as well, where there's pretty much this person that was never caught was going around and killing people once a month. He would go and kill a couple people after the sun went down. Sometimes they'd be in their cars making out, kill them there. Sometimes they would be in their house and he would shoot them through their windows. Like a sick fuck. This is really crazy. This one, it dramatizes. Oh, it does dramatize, but it actually kind of stays close to the original story from what I've heard of the original, of like what really happened. This one is pretty close. I haven't seen the remake. Maybe the remake's closer, but this one is pretty close to what actually happened. Of course, they gotta change some shit up, which they did. But yeah, this is a very good film. Very creepy film. And like in the real life, this person was never caught. They were never able to catch this murderer. So he could very well, probably, this happened in the 40s, so he could still be alive today. He'd be old as fuck. But my grandpa was like, he died recently this year, but he lived up to here, and I believe he was born in the 20s, so, yeah, so he technically, he may be still alive, this guy, or he could be dead, or just could be a woman, who knows, but it's most likely a man, but yeah, this is some crazy shit. The creepy thing is why would you just go around, there was like, it was random pattern. He would just randomly go around this area and kill once a month a few people after the sun went down, and just randomly kill them in different situations too. It wasn't just lovers out in their cars and stuff. It was like, you could be anywhere, in your house, walking the streets, you could be anywhere, and this guy could get you. And it's really fucked. But yeah, that's my list. Hopefully I did an okay job. I don't know. This was a hard one, but I think I have a decent list here, and I think I fit the requirements. Think I did. Because I didn't really know exactly what's the requirements, so I'm just gonna try to find some shit that's actually has a real event based on it, like an actual real event. They're trying to adapt an event and weren't inspired by an event. So, that's what I rolled with there, and I found some good movies that I love that are actually based on some real shit. Next week is Killer Twists, horror movie twists. That's gonna be fun. I got a few. I know that people. I got one from a movie franchise that I know people are gonna pick one movie in the franchise. They're gonna pick that one fucking movie, and I'm gonna be like, nope, I'm not picking that movie. I'm picking a different movie from that franchise, from the same franchise. Because I know everybody's gonna pick that one film, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna pick this other film because this other film has a twist that is very underrated. Or maybe I just thought it was a twist. I don't know, but I'm still picking it. Fuck it, it's a twist in my head. But anyways, thank you, Andrew, for our good Filmy Thursday. I'll see you next Filmy Thursday. Hopefully, I'll be able to upload. Like I said, I already got that list flowing in my head. I hope you guys have a nice day. Stay frosty. This is Trenchy signing off. Beep up.